All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, Jolting Joe, coming to you live on a Wednesday, November the 2nd, here on my back porch in Houston, Texas, Clear Lake area. Not a bad little day here, a little overcast. Yesterday it rained, so yesterday we didn't do the show. Plus, had to do some kind of work stuff and things with my wife and whatnot. So no show yesterday, but we're talking today. And first of all, what are you drinking? What are you smoking? This is a Rocky Patel LB1. All right, kind of an interesting stick here. Pretty damn good though, I'll tell you that much. I can't get any smoke rings going. Anyway, all right, what are you drinking? This is last year's bourbon barrel aged pumpkinator. I thought I had this year's in the fridge. I did not. So we'll drink last year's. All right. And let's pop this bad boy open. What do we got? Hopping good times. Hopping good times. Look at that. All right. And since we're drinking pumpkinator, of course, we got the pumpkinator glass. It's still November. It's still fall. You can still drink pumpkin beer. It's cool. And then there we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Oh, cheers, everybody. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's some good drinking right there, tell you what. All right, let me back this up just a little bit here. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right. Well, wearing my World Series shirt. Might have to burn it after last night. Well, let's jump right into the World Series, shall we? So the World Series started Friday, and of course the Houston Astros taking on the Philadelphia Phillies in that one. I did go to Game 1 on Friday night. And I had standing room tickets, got them at face value. They were still way too expensive. Did not have a fucking seat, but we went to the game, and man, that place was rocking. After the third inning, Astros are up 5-0, and then the wheels just came off of Justin Verlander in the fourth. Don't know what happened there. Gave up 3 runs, all with 2 outs, which that really sucked. Came back the next inning, gave up 2 more runs, tied the game at 5. Astros had a chance to walk it off. Castellanos makes a great catch on Jeremy Pena. Game goes to extras. Luis Garcia comes in, gives up a home run, and I think it was Real Moto, I think, is the one that hit that one. And that was pretty much it. Astros had a chance, had runners on, had a chance to walk it off again in the 10th inning. Weren't able to do so. They go down 1-0. The Astros, two fun stats. Number one, Justin Verlander still has not won a World Series game. He's 0-6 with 2 no decisions in his career. So no wins. He has the highest ERA of any pitcher with 30 innings or more in postseason play. His ERA is over 6. And he looked phenomenal the first 3 innings. He looked great, and he had a 5-run lead. Everybody in the ballpark's like, "Yeah, we're gonna win this thing." And then the wheels just came off. And then not only that, the Astros have been the 5 World Series. They've never won a Game 1. They are 0-5 in Game 1 of the World Series. Never won one. All right, and the Phillies come back and end up winning the fucking game. So that sucked. Astros come back, tie things up in Game 2. Things were looking, but they run it. I'm still pissed about Game 1. And the reason I'm pissed about Game 1 is because, of course, they got rained out on Monday. So happy Halloween to everybody. On Monday. Hope everybody had a good one. They get rained out on Monday, gets pushed back. So Game 3 was last night, and boy howdy, the Astros forgot they were in the World Series. I'm not sure they remember they had a baseball game. Lance McCullers Jr. Gave up 5 home runs last night. 7 runs, 5 home runs. First pitcher in postseason history to ever give up 5 home runs. So that's another fun stat. Astros offense didn't help. They got a big goose egg. Lost 7-0 last night. So hopefully they get their shit together tonight and win, tie this thing up, and then 2-2. But I just hope that Game 1 doesn't come back to bite them in the ass, because yeah, you got a 5-run lead. You got Justin fucking Verlander on the mound, and you figure he pitched 3 brilliant innings, 3 up, 3 down, perfect through three, and then 3 runs with 2 outs, and then 2 more to tie it, and then you just can't get the win. And then the bats fell silent too. I mean, yeah, they got 3 runs. I mean, they got 3 runs in the uh, uh, no, they got 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third. Tucker hit 2 home runs, 2 run shot and 3 run shot. But then after that, they didn't. Bats didn't do squat. Innings 4 through 9. So there was 5 innings of nothing. Actually, 6 innings of nothing because I went to 10 innings. I've been another fun fact about myself. I've been to a World Series game every time the Astros have been in. So I've been to 5 World Series games. 3 of them have gone to extra innings. Oh. 2005 was a game 3, extra innings. 2017, the famous game 5, extra innings. And then this one went to 10th, the game 1 of this year, extra innings. So I don't know what it is about me in the World Series and extra innings, but Jesus Christ, I get my money's worth, I'll tell you that much. So, but anyway, so that's what happened with that. So I just hope that I don't fuck it up. I'm going to tell you what, man, I'm going to give the Phillies a little credit here, though, because here's the thing about it. I mean, even if you look like, let's just take the sign stealing scandal out of it. Okay, let's just just for the sake of this argument, all right, we're gonna pretend that they didn't bang on any trash cans. Okay, but if you look at that, and they didn't need to. That's the thing that pisses me off about that too. But that was Hurricane Harvey in Houston. But Houston was hot. Houston was the team of destiny. Houston, I mean, they beat Boston. They beat New York. Then they come back and they beat the Dodgers in 7 in the World Series. Okay, and then you look at 2018. The Red Sox were just hot. Red Sox just cruised through the playoffs, won the World Series, beat the Dodgers. 2018. 2019 Astros go back to the World Series, and the Astros look like they're going to win the thing, and they can't win a fucking game at home to save their fucking life. But the Nationals were hot. Nationals knocked off the Dodgers that year. They were smoking hot. NL East team smoking hot. They ended up beating the Astros in 7 games. Then 2020 we're not going to count because that was just meh. Then 2021, last year, of course, Astros go back to the World Series. Another hot NL East team, the Atlanta Braves, were playing out of their minds. Astros, plus they didn't have very good pitching either, and Braves beat the Astros. And then this year, Astros run into another damn hot NL East team. The Phillies are playing out of their fucking minds right now, and it's kind of interesting because. Uh, There's 2 things I've been hearing because I don't follow the National League hardly anymore because Astros in the American League. But I heard that the Phillies' defense is lacking, and I've heard their bullpen was not that good. Okay, fucking Nick Castellanos looks like a goddamn Gold Glover out there in right field. All right, he made a diving catch in Game 1. The Astros could have walked it off. He made a great diving catch on Pena. Did it again last night. Altuve, first pitch swinging. He made another diving catch. The only defense has only fucked up once, and that was in Game 2. Which did cost them a run. The Astros ended up winning that game 5-2. But that cost them a run. That's the only time the defense has been shaky. And then the bullpen hasn't given up a run. Whole series. Astros have not scored a run off the fucking bullpen. All right. and then of course they got the heavy hitters. I mean, they got Schwarber, they got Bryce Harper, and they got really Real Muto, in there too. And yeah, boys can mash. And the thing about it, they only hit the 1 homer, I think, in Game 1. It was just fucking 2 out hits, man. Justin Verlander couldn't fucking locate his goddamn pitches, and especially his slider was lining up too much, and they were just dinking and dunking him all night, just base hit, moving the line. And then last night, just they launched on McCullers. There was some talk that McCullers was tipping his pitches. I did see a video on Twitter that showed that when he was throwing the off-speed stuff, he was getting a higher leg kick or vice versa. I can't remember, but when it was the leg kick was higher, and then Bryce Harper actually told, I think it was a Baum or somebody. He told him before he went to the plate, or no, it was Hosier, I think. Before he went to the plate, Bryce Harper called him back and said something, and then fucking guy knocked out of the fucking park after Bryce Harper did. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Baum. I think it was Baum. Five guys hit home runs last night. I can't remember it. Got some more than half the fucking lineup. That was another crazy stat in that game. At one point, the Phillies only had 7 hits uh, in the game. 5 of them were home runs. 2 of them were singles. just fucking, just fucking crazy, man. All you can do is laugh. It's fucking baseball. I mean, it was just unbelievable. But they were saying that McCullers was tipping his pitches. Now, McCullers today said he just got whooped. All right, that was his actually quote. His quote was, "I got whooped." He just said he didn't figure he didn't think he was was getting stuff across. So he didn't think he was tipping his pitches. But and like I said, even if he wasn't, I mean, he hung some stuff over the plate. The one that Bryce Harper hit out was just hanging curveball. All right, that no major leaguer's going to miss. I mean, that was crushed. The one I think at the Brandon Marsh he hung. And I quit watching. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was like, it was like, nah, they're done. Once it was 4-0, I was like, we're good. Uh, Tried to give up a little early last night, being a kind of a bad fan, but I was just like, I'm not watching. This is not. I got other things to watch. Watch something that's gonna make me happy. Oh man! So we'll see what happens tonight, but it's going to be Christian Javier going for the Astros, and then Arenado, or excuse me, Nola. Nola's going for the Phillies, and of course Nola's going back. And that was the thing. Suarez pitched last night, and of course originally Game 3 was going to be a bullpen game. And then they're going to throw Suarez in Game 4. But of course, because of the rain out, everything got pushed back. So Nola's going to pitch tonight. And then tomorrow, Suarez pitched last night. Nola's going to pitch tonight. And then Snydgaard, basically, there's going to be a bullpen game tomorrow. And then for the Phillies. And then Wheeler's pitching Game 6. And then, of course, Game 7, you just throw everybody out there. And so for the Astros, it looks like it's going to be Javier, and then I guess depending, I mean, it could be Valdez because it could be Frammer, but I mean, at this point, I don't know who the fuck you want pitching Game fucking 6. So I just keep it like it is, and they did, but so it should be Verlander Game 5, should be Framber Game 6, and then McCullers again in Game 7, but then you can throw everybody out there. If McCullers gives up a couple of runs, you can just pull his ass in the second inning because you'll have Christian Javier on short rest, but he'll be able to give you a couple 3 innings. You got Urquidy down there who came in last night that kind of saved the day. He's a starter. Luis Garcia is a starter, so they got length. So that should be fine. So I don't know. I know people are dog and dusty, but really the only thing that I can say is that I the only thing is in Game 1 I would have brought Stanek in instead of Garcia in the 10th, and then if it went any longer, I mean I would have run through my relievers before I went to Garcia, kind of like they did in Seattle, but he didn't do that, and then Garcia gave up the home run. So, but as far as that goes, yeah, that kind of sucked, obviously. But yeah, that was not good. I got no problem with the longer leash. I know in the postseason, I mean, for a while there in the postseason, guys were getting, like, 2 innings, guys were getting pulled, because they'd give up a run or two. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man, I know it's the World fucking Series, or the playoffs, but damn. I mean, they're pulling stars left and right, man. And guys were burning bullpens and everything. But I don't know. It just kind of is what it is. But yeah, if the Astros lose this damn series, man, fuck, we're going to probably lose to the Mets next year. Jesus Christ, man. Entire goddamn NL. The Marlins aren't going to be in the World Series, but yeah, like 10 years from now, it'll be the Astros and the Marlins, and we'll fucking lose to the fucking Marlins. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so that's the World Series. That's what's going on. So Phillies have a 2-1 lead. Got 2 more games in Philly. There will be a Game 5 for sure. So there are 2 more games in Philly, and then we'll see if it comes back for Game 6 in Houston. So they're keeping the travel day. Travel day will be Friday, so they'll play Saturday and Sunday if necessary. All right, we'll see what happens as far as that goes. All right, there's your World Series news. Real quick, yesterday was the NFL trade deadline. There were a few trades that were made. We're not going to get really too far into depth on that. But the big one of the day yesterday was the Brooklyn Nets fired Steve Nash as their head coach. Now, if you remember, the head coach of the Boston Celtics, whose name I cannot pronounce, he was suspended for a season by the Celtics because he violated the Celtics' personal conduct code. Now they have the Celtics have a no fraternization policy, meaning you can't date your coworkers. And he was having now he's married, but it was an affair, all right, that he was having a relationship. I think he was married, but anyway, he was having a relationship with somebody that worked for the Boston Celtics. But by all accounts, it was a consensual relationship. Nothing was going on. He wasn't trying to get her promoted or anything like that. It was a consensual relationship, and now the Nets might hire him as their head coach. So, kind of interesting as far as that goes. All right. Oh, also today, my football team, finally, thank God, the Snyders are going to explore selling the team. God, I hope they do. Need a new owner. Bad. But we need a really good owner, too. Somebody's going to care. Somebody's going to change the fucking name to what the fans want. Go with the Red Wolves or the Red Hogs or something. Not the fucking Commanders. That's fucking shit. Okay. Let's see. And then, yeah, I think that was pretty much kind of the big stuff. I mean, that was the stuff yesterday was the NBA stuff. Let's see, because let me go to the NBA here on ESPN and just go to NBA news. But it was Udoka, that's his name, Udoka. It says Nets are finishing a deal to hire Udoka as their head coach. And like I said, it was that. I think that was it as far as that goes. NFL, I don't remember any big trades yesterday. Let's see. Like I said, I don't think there was anything huge yesterday as far as that goes. Let's see, you go to the ESPN play. Yeah, the Ravens picked up a linebacker, Raquan Smith. The Broncos brought in Bradley Chubb. Packers didn't do anything. I think the Bears got Claypool. And then the Jaguars got Calvin Ridley coming off the suspension for betting on games. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There wasn't, like I said, a whole lot of big talk there as far as that goes. Let's see here. Oop. That's not what I wanted. Okay. All right. College football. Last week I don't think there was anything huge. Let's see. I'm just gonna scroll through here. Let's see. Utah barely beat Washington State 21-17. Let's see, but yeah, Ohio State beat Penn State. Numbers number 2 and 13. Let's see, Syracuse number 16 to get upset by Notre Dame. Georgia held on and beat Florida. Let's see, Kansas State number 22 upset number 9 Oklahoma State, beat them 48-0. Kansas State over Okie State. Louisville upset number 10 Wake Forest, 48-21. Let's see. Cincinnati got upset by USCF 25-21. Cincinnati was ranked number 20. Number 25 South Carolina lost to Missouri 23-10. Let's see. Any other upsets? That looks like that was it. Let's see if we got any big matchups this week. Texas Tech, TCU, Tulane, Tulsa. Oh, big one's Tennessee versus Georgia. That's going to be a big matchup. That'll be the big game of the week. Georgia is 8-point favorites at home against Tennessee. Let's see if we got any other ranked teams taking on ranked teams. Bama's playing LSU. LSU's ranked number 10. Number 21, Wake Forest taking on number 22, NC State. Not anybody cares. But Georgia Tennessee is going to be the big game this year. All right, and we'll switch gears here. Go over to the NFL. Last week on Thursday Night Football, the Ravens and Bucks fucked me on the under. Got a bad beat on that one. I had the over-under at 45, and then it went up to 46.5. I took it again. And me and my friend bet it too. Sosby, who's been on the show before. And, man, 13 combined points in the first half. We're like, man, we're looking good. We're going to hit this under. Yeah. And then the team scored 30 combined points, over 30 points in the second half, and then the total ended up being 49. Shit. And then also too, if the damn Ravens would have stopped, if they could have kept Tampa out of the damn end zone on that last drive, we would have hit the under. That sucked though. So yeah, not a good night. But the Ravens ended up beating the Bucks. Bucks are terrible. Bucks are bad. All right, Tom Brady finalized the divorce with Giselle. And if I was playing like Tom Brady and I was Giselle, man, I wouldn't want anything to do with me either. Just saying. Now, my Commanders came back and beat the Colts. They look like crap. That was a hard game to watch. Commanders came back though, had a game-winning drive. My good friend Taylor Heineke, better than Carson Wentz. So the Commanders ended up beating the Colts with Sam Ehlinger at quarterback. That game should not have even been close. With the Commanders win 17-16, we're now 2-1 against the AFC South. We should be 3-0 because fucking currently had not been for Carson fucking Wentz throwing a pick the 1 yard line against Tennessee. That could have been a game-winning drive too. Gonna be started on that shit. All right. In London, the Broncos beat the Jags 21-17. The Falcons beat the Panthers 37-34 in overtime. That was kind of a crazy game. There was a Hail Mary, and some guy got the field goal, and guy took his helmet off. Cowboys ran all over the Bears 49-29. If you had the over on that one, you were good. Dolphins beat the Lions 31-27. Vikings beat the Cardinals 34-26. Saints shut out the Raiders 24-0. That was not good for my fantasy team. Pat Mahomes had the bye. I started David Carr. Got me less than 2 points. Devontae Adams, less than 2 points. Yeah. I was not happy about that. Not happy at all. Patriots beat the Jets 22-17. Eagles over the Steelers 35-13 to remain unbeaten. Phillies, fucking Philadelphia. Goddamn fans are going to be insufferable now. Love you, Philly. All right. Give me the old Philly salute. Yeah. How you doing, Philly? All right. Give me a cheesesteak. I don't even know if that's a Philly accent. I'm just, whatever. All right. If you didn't see that with Justin Verlander, that's the Philly, how you doing? And so Justin Verlander was flipping the Philly fans off, but it was actually all in good fun. And actually, there was a woman taking a picture with Verlander, giving him the hey, how you doing? Good times there in Philly. They're interesting folks there in Philly. Titans beat the Texans 17-10. Derrick Henry ran for over 200 yards. If you had the prop bet in that, congratulations, you won a lot of money there. Also, the Titans won me money because I ended up doubling up on that game because I didn't realize Tannehill was out. And so I had the Texans at -2.5, and then it went down to half a point. I took them again, doubled down on it, and ended up being okay on that one. Thank you, Texans. And also my future bet on the Texans is looking good too, because I've got them at under 5 wins. The win total is 4.5. So as long as they win 4 or less, we're good. All right, and they've only won 1. All right, so we're looking pretty good there. The Niners all over the Rams, 31-14. What the fuck happened to the Rams? I don't think I've ever seen a Super Bowl champion be this bad after winning the Super Bowl. Usually you have the Super Bowl hangout for the team that loses the Super Bowl, but the team that wins it, they might not even make the playoffs. This might be a Jim Morris situation. Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs? All right, but anyway. Y'all know. All right, and then the Seahawks beat the Giants 27-13, and the Bills beat the Packers 27-17, and the Browns all over the Bengals on Halloween night 32-13. All right, let's move over to this week. So it's Houston-Philly week. All right, they will be playing Game 5 of the World Series on Friday, the Astros and the Phillies in Philadelphia. But for football, Philly is going to be traveling to Houston. The Eagles are going to be playing the Texans. Philadelphia's a 14-point favorite on Thursday night. Texans are bad. I might take the 14. I'm just saying. I don't know if I will, but I'm thinking about it. Okay? I am thinking about it. All right? And you should be too. All right, the Vikings are visiting my Commanders. Kirk Cousins, I think this is the first time. This may be the first time he's played Washington since he's been with the Vikings. I think it's his first time back to Washington at this time. Vikings are favored by 3.5. Then we got the Chargers at the Falcons. Chargers are 3-point favorites in that one. Dolphins at the Bears. Dolphins are 5-point favorites. Panthers at the Bengals. Cincy's a 7-point favorite. Packers at the Lions. Green Bay's a 3.5-point favorite. Colts at Patriots. Patriots are -5.5. Bills at Jets. Bills 12.5-point favorites going into New York. That, even though that's a big spread, that one might be worth looking at too. Raiders at the Jaguars. Vegas 1.5 favorites on the road. They better fucking do something. I better get a big game from Devontae Adams. Jesus Christ. I tell you what, after last week's fantasy debacle, Jesus Christ. Went from first place to fourth place. And my point total took a hit too because I scored 88 fucking points. That was it. That was all I scored. Got my ass kicked. Anyway. Let's see. Then we got Seahawks at Cardinals. Cardinals 2-point favorites. I don't know, man. I might take Seattle in that one. I'll take Seattle on the money line. Then the Rams go to Tampa. Two bad teams. I don't even know what to make of that one. Tampa's favored by 3. Titans at the Chiefs. Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites. Tannehill doesn't start. You could probably take the Chiefs in that one. And then on Monday night, that was the Sunday night game, by the way, Chiefs-Titans. Monday night game, we've got Ravens at Saints. Baltimore's 2.5-point favorites on Monday night. So there you go. There's your look at the NFL week. All right, and let's see. We got a little bit of time left here because NBA season's young. Let's see. Let me just kind of check the standings here, see what's kind of going on. Ooh, Milwaukee undefeated, 6-0. Cleveland's 5-1. Holy shit. All right, Boston 4-2, Toronto 4-3, Atlanta 4-3, Sixers are 4-4, Bulls 4-4, Knicks are 3-3, Charlotte's 3-4, Washington's 3-4. All right, yeah, Brooklyn's 2-6. Oof. Western Conference, Phoenix 6-1, Portland 5-1, Utah 6-2, San Antonio's 5-2. That's kind of a surprise. New Orleans is 4-2, Denver's 4-3, OKC's 4-3. That's a little bit of a surprise. Memphis 4-3, Minnesota's 4-4, Dallas 3-3, Clippers 3-4, Golden State's only 3-5. Damn, didn't realize that. And then the Lakers 1-5. Rockets bringing up the rear too. They're 1-7, but the Rockets are in a rebuild. Yeah, Lakers 1-5. Woohoo! Boy howdy. Boy howdy. Tell you what. Alright, I tell you what. That is ugly. How's the NHL looking here early in the season? We'll go to that too. We'll cover everything here on the Jolting Joe Sports Show. Let's see here. Once again, early in the season. Oh man. Damn, they played 10 games already. Yeah, Boston's 9-1. Buffalo 6-3, Tampa 6-4. It looks like Boston's out to a hot start, 9-1, man. New Jersey 7-3. The Rangers are 6-3. Out west, Dallas leading their division 6-3. Let's see, Colorado's 4-4. The defending Stanley Cup champions. Where's Tampa at? Tampa's 6-4. All right, Vegas leading their division 9-2. Edmonton 7-3. Seattle's 5-4. All right. There you go. Got a little hockey update for you. All right. And then, hell, let's do football standings too while we're doing standings. Might as well. Okay. All right. Buffalo, of course, leading the AFC. You start in the AFC, starting with the East. Buffalo 6-1. Jets 5-3. Miami 5-3. New England 4-4. North, Baltimore 5-3. Cincy 4-4. Cleveland 3-5. Pittsburgh 2-6. In the South, Tennessee 5-2, Indy 3-4, Jacksonville 2-6, Texans 1-5-1, Colts 3-4-1. By the way, I always forget they got the tie with the Texans. AFC West, KC 5-2, Chargers 4-3, Denver 3-5, Vegas 2-5. All right. Then in the NFC, we got Philly, only unbeaten team left, 7-0. Dallas 6-2, Giants 6-2, Washington hanging in there 4-4. Minnesota 6-1 in the North, Green Bay 3-5, Chicago 3-5, Lions 1-6. The NFC South is pretty bad. Falcons 4-4, Tampa 3-5, New Orleans 3-5, Carolina 2-6, and then out west Seattle's 5-3, Niners 4-4, Rams 3-4, and Arizona 3-5. And believe it or not, right now the third wild card is a toss-up between the Niners and Washington. My Commanders are still somehow in the hunt. They still should have 2 more wins, but that's another story too. They should have the same record as the Giants and the Cowboys. They should be 6-2 as well, but whatever. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. So we'll see if they sneak into the playoffs or not. I don't think they will, but whatever. Okay. All right. That's 30 minutes. All right. Get you back next week. We'll put a bow on the baseball season in the World Series. We'll see who the new World Series champion will be. Could be the Philadelphia Phillies. Could be the Houston Astros. I'm hoping it's the Astros. We'll see. If they keep playing like they played last night, it's going to be the Philadelphia Phillies in 5 games. So we'll see what they do. But Game 4 tonight. Game 5 is tomorrow night, Thursday, day off on Friday, and then Game 6 and 7, if necessary, back here in Houston. Enjoy the World Series. Enjoy college football on Saturday. Enjoy the NBA season. Enjoy the NHL season. And enjoy NFL on Sunday. Remember, you can find me at Twitter at JJSportsShow63. That's at JJSportsShow63. Remember to like and subscribe. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next week. Ah.